Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the little place on the internet that you all like to hang out with me. Right here. Internet, right there. Welcome back to the podcast where we like to put the fun. I'm going to say this one more time. We like to put the fun in fundamentally wrong.
You're
Or
going to miss saying that, aren't you?
I'm going to miss saying this.
I know. So
Yeah.
sad. So sad. It's our last horror episode for this year.
I'm crying on the inside. Fun. We put the fun
Fun and fundamentally
fundamentally wrong.
wrong.
Yeah. For those that have been on with us for the past 3 weeks, checking it out on YouTube, dressed up as Flash 3 weeks ago, dressed us as Batman last week, and I am once again dressed up as the Man of Steel himself, Superman. I got the Superman hoodie going on with Superman on the side of the hood. Zip it down, and I got a Superman shirt on. I got the Superman hat. All I'm missing is a Superman tattoo, and yeah, we don't want that.
No. I know someone
No.
with a Superman tattoo.
Exactly why we don't want
No,
a
thanks.
Superman tattoo.
You're so much better than them. Oh, just saying. Sorry. I like the layers of Superman. That's awesome.
Right? Yeah. All I'm missing is the Christopher Reeve Foundation Superman necklace, which I got when he passed away.
Sadly, I do not have a costume. Funny. Sorry.
Oh, funny bone. She doesn't have a costume.
If I had a costume, I would, but I don't have a costume.
He's dead. This is my third place podcast, and it's week 5, and it's the final week of the 31 Days of Horror on the eve before All Hallows Eve. We figure people are going to be busy on Halloween, either passing out candy and watching horror movies, passing out candy, unless there's a tradition that you guys do, which we will get to later on. But which one are we? We're about to find out. We are your atrocious host. I am the hideous one that comes crawling from out of your bed. Out of your bed or under your bed?
Out of your bed or under your bed?
Under your bed, not out of your bed.
I was gonna say under. Okay.
I messed up that song. I messed it up so bad. Comes crawling from under your bed, evil, and with me is my horrendous co-host, Brandy.
Hi everyone.
Are you gonna miss these adjectives?
I am. I'm gonna miss. I'm holding back the tears.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, it's no more horror. No more. It's gone. Gone.
No,
Gone.
you
I
know
tell
what?
you.
Well, you can celebrate Halloween every day if you want to.
I can. How was your week? How was your week? Well, since the last time we recorded was on Thursday, how was your 5 days?
No, we recorded on Friday, didn't we?
No.
Oh my goodness! This month is going by so damn fast. I don't even know. Like, it's already almost November. Halloween is almost over, which is sad because we're horror fans. And yeah, it's my half a week, but I'm off tomorrow, so my week's been going okay. It's been going okay.
Okay.
Nothing too exciting to report.
So what are you doing tomorrow? What is your tradition for tomorrow? Or do you want to tell us now, or do you want to tell us later?
Waiting for this? Yeah, let's wait for the tradition.
Let's wait for the tradition question. Coming up later on the show.
You're getting ahead of yourself.
I am getting ahead of myself. Your week? My week was pretty good. I went for a walk this afternoon.
That's awesome.
Decided to go live as well. Like, hey, I'm going for a walk from now on and go live at the same time. And what was it that I said? Touch grass. Something about touching grass. Get off the app and touch grass.
Oh yeah. Isn't it usually touch the sky? The saying? No? Okay, never mind. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. I was there, but I only got to hear half of it because I was at work, but I was there supporting you.
Right. So, like I said, like let me get off this app and touch the grass. And I told that to one of our friends, Elijah, because he's in a wheelchair. So I said, "Hey, get off your ass, get off the app, and touch the grass." And he's all like, "Sir," and I'm just like, "Oh yeah, that's right. Just roll with it." And he did. He's gonna roll in the lead, and it's too late. It's too early for that. Okay, never mind.
He's not even here to enjoy your whatever you're trying to do right
I'll
now.
I'll send it to him. I'll send him the joke, and like
The joke.
I'll probably get canceled on the last day of Halloween. That's lovely. Um, so going out for a walk because I need the vitamin D, obviously, and the sun was in my face. Uh, it was 78 degrees in October.
Love it.
Love it.
It's 78
At the,
here
not
too.
only that, speaking of which, there he is. Eli, welcome in. We were just speaking about you and rolling
Your
into
awesome
it.
wheels. Yeah.
Your awesome wheels, and we are just talking about how get off the app and touch the grass. And here we are talking about rolling into the grass, rolling into the leaves. That's you. Um, so like I said, get off the app and touch the grass. I'm just gonna go for walks every day from here on out. You guys are more than welcome to shoot me a message and ask me. It's like, did you go for a walk? Keep me accountable. Ask me if I went to the for a walk, and I'll tell you, yes, I did. Um, at the time when I was going for a walk, I did say I was almost at 5,000 steps. I am currently right now, because all the cooking that I did after that, 10,378 steps.
Yeah.
Oh, oh my God. MP Blackcoat says, I'm gonna hold your ass to it. Oh my. What's your weight? Ma'am, you don't ask a man that. Ma'am. Ma'am. Um, a mess. I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later. Well, like it's not like I've ever hidden anything from the podcast. So 240. I ask in my clinic a lot. She's a yeah. Oh, here we go. Here we go. You're gonna be like on me every day. I love that. I love that. I'm already getting it. Let's go. Finally got my insulin. Finally. And how long have I not had this insulin?
Hasn't been, I know it's been months.
A whole year.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That would have been my second, that was my second guess. Okay. I was going to say, has it been almost a year?
It has been almost a year to the day because they gave me one last year in October, and it was like a box and it had four of them. They're like, yeah, just as soon as the thing is over, just kind of, order another one and come back and blah blah. I kept ordering and ordering and ordering. Just make sure you're methylating too. Okay, I forgot what it was. I got the insulin. I know, right? How have I survived? I've been surviving. I'm a survivor, ma'am. Most doctors won't tell you that. Okay. Um, did you get that picture I sent? What was it? What did it look like? It was it. Did anybody save it? No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The insulin.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Okay.
got it.
Okay. Like yeah, I got the insulin. Sent it out to everybody. He's like, look, I got it finally, and they're like, oh shit, that's awesome. So finally got that. I'm excited. Took it right away. Uh, ate dinner like around 6:30. I'm done. I'm done for the day. Now drinking, the power drink. Let's go. We got this. The next few weeks, we're gonna be walking around. We're gonna be doing stuff. If it's still at 78 degrees, let's just go for a walk. Who knows? Good job. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Hold me accountable. But at the same time, let's get off the app and go touch grass, or go live and go touch the grass. So yeah, that was my week. That was our week. Um, Brandy,
Yes.
time for that affirmation.
Yeah. I've got one. You ready?
Yes, I do. Yes, I am.
All right. A weekly daily affirmation is a failure is just another way to learn how to do something right.
Damn right.
Yes. I like that one.
Damn right. Yes, it is. Failure is the way of how to do something right. I love
So
that.
if you're, I feel if you're, I'm a person that is very hard on myself when I'm doing something wrong. Classic example, yesterday my area manager came down, didn't know she was coming down. She shows up every whatever once in a while and she audits. And I had things that were missed or whatnot. I'm not perfect. But I get really upset at myself when I do something wrong. So I also tell people this is me. If I'm doing something wrong, tell me so I can fix it. Like, and I'm a manager, and it's hard. I'm still learning, and it's hard because the only person I ever managed, I was friends with at my job. And so it was completely different. She had been there 4 years before I even started. So I didn't really have to manage her. She knew what she was doing. She did her job. I didn't have to I don't know, give her warnings. I didn't have to be a manager. Let's just put it that way. Like it was very simple, very easy. And now she's gone, and I actually have to be a manager because I have a new person, and it's really hard to do, because I don't know how to put it. I don't want to I don't want to hurt someone's feelings. I want to make sure I'm saying something politically correct, I guess. And it's hard to do that. You have to set boundaries when you're a manager, but you don't want to overwhelm them, and you don't want them to leave the job, if that makes sense. Like you
Yeah.
want to also encourage them, and I'm really good at encouraging and being like, you're doing great. um but it's hard to do the part when they're not doing great and you have to tell them that. So I always say, if I'm doing something wrong, tell me because I want to know. Don't not tell me and I just keep doing it wrong. So I guess that's why I like this affirmation. That was my whole thing. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
That was my
You're
story.
fine. We have a few things. Let me go back real quick. Funny Bone asked, "Where do you work?" MP Blacko said, "Perfectionism."
I'm a manager at a loan place, a title loan place. So we do loans for people. I'm not going to give out the name, obviously,
Obviously,
but yeah. And I've been there for 3 years.
thought more than that, but okay.
3 years in August.
Yeah. Okay.
So 3 years and 3 months.
Okay. Um. So
Just
failure for
turned
me,
12.
yeah. So failure for me, is when I check my glucose. Like I said, like it goes from red to green. Um. So every time I got green, or every time I got red, I was just like, it was over 200, and I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna do that again. I'm not gonna do that again. And then once I got to like green to like 180 and below, I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep doing this, but at the same time, less and less. Eat this, go for a walk after. What I did today, it's like I ate earlier and then went for a walk. And when I came home after that 40-minute walk, it was like around 160. And I'm just like, oh, damn, that was awesome. I need to do it again. And I want to do it again. Pizza? No, I can't eat pizza. Sub shop. I wish I could eat pizza. Like, I want to eat pizza again. But every morning is coffee, and I love string cheese. So like string cheese and coffee. And then I'm like watching. I gotta do the podcast stuff. Um, and like edit it out, see what's going on there, see what I need to do, see what I need to add. Get up, walk around, and then like do other stuff as well. Obviously, they gave me the vitamin D stuff pills because I'm always inside. So, failure was that for me. Like I don't have vitamin D. So I decided this week, let me go outside for a walk, and I did that. And then I came back in, K2, with vitamin D with K2. Okay. And then, um, check my glucose. It was fine. All green. Most doctors get that wrong too. Black, I'm just gonna ask you for everything for that one. You're like our resident nurse is here. Like I love it.
I'm proud of you. You're doing amazing. I am very proud of you. Very
Thank
proud of
you.
you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I love, like, I've the A1C, what, like 2 years ago is different than the A1C I have like this year. So, let me go back to what I did 2 years ago and do it again, but this time actually go out. And I have the podcast now. Like 2 years ago, I didn't have it. I wasn't, like, I talked about it like within those 2 years, but before that in 2021, I didn't have it. It's like I didn't talk about it. And now that I do, it's like now that it's coming up on the third year in January, I can be like, okay, so this is what I did, and this is what I did wrong, and this is the failure that I did, and now here's what I'm going to do with something right. We need a party in 3 months. We do, we do, we do. We're gonna
That's
have
okay
one.
though that you. That's okay that you're not at the spot you were 2 years ago. That doesn't matter. You should not even think about that. You're starting now. Like
Yes,
start now and look at how much you have accomplished in the last few months and what you're doing. Just like you
correct.
said, even the walking, the eating better, cutting out um, your energy drinks, different things like that. You're doing a lot of little things, and it's progress. Like yeah, so you should be proud of yourself for that. Don't compare to 2 years ago. Don't do it.
Okay.
Trust
Lifestyle modification.
Trust me,
Thank you. I appreciate
it won't. Yeah, life exactly. It's a lifestyle. Don't think of it. Yeah, think of it as lifestyle exactly. So I think you're doing amazing. So yeah, definitely don't compare to 2 years ago.
it. Also, side note, I love how this podcast has changed from just me, my point of view, to like other people's point of view, and like I'm now mostly talking about it as well as putting stuff out there about my diabetes, type 2, wrestling with diabetes, and we're waiting for it. And um and it's coming up to where like I let's talk about wrestling with diabetes part 4, because I have part 3 part episode of when it happened, what happened during, what happened after. Like, let's talk about the fourth episode as like what's going on between point A and point B, where like that whole gap of me not updating and me not saying anything that's been happening, me leaving, me going to this other place. Has the doctor put you on any kind of diet for diabetes? Yes. No carbs. And there's like it's hard because I love carbs, spaghetti. I haven't eaten spaghetti since like forever, like months ago, I think.
Yeah, carbs is a hard one because you think, people automatically, my aunt's diabetic, you automatically think diabetic sugar. Sugar comes from carbs. Like people sometimes don't think about that. Like you literally, like 99% of everything is carbs. So you got to be real careful about that too. So it's hard. Most people don't think about that. I guess if you're not counting your sugars or your carbs or your dieting or whatever, people don't think about that.
Yeah, and like I don't think some people know about the story, the DKA moment from 2022, 2021, 2021, when I was almost in a coma, or around my birthday. And yeah, so like there, like MP Black Hole's about to be like, oh shit, what? B12 and folate. You're doing amazing. Thank you, Steph. Thank you. Wait, what? Yeah. So in 20, when I got it, I was doing horrible. That's it. You're. I was doing horrible, and I went to the doctors, and they checked my sugar. it was above 800, and A1C was around 15.3. So they're like, "You're going to the hospital right away, sir." And they like injected insulin on me for like hours and hours. I stayed overnight, and it took it took me 3 months to recover back to what I was now, to like 6.5, and then 5.6, and then 5.4, around 5.4.
Yeah, 5.4 is good, right?
Yeah,
And you actually got it down to that.
I did within three
Good.
months.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
are not defined by your diagnosis, people. Hell yeah, that's amazing. Yes. I'm not defined. I didn't let it define me, and it was like the first and last time I will ever go to the hospital for myself, and that was it. I said that, and then like from then on, from April to July, it was just like going full blast on it and doing a lot of things, and it was like it took its toll on me. That's it. We're collaborating. She's all like, "My patients need to listen to you." Well, okay. Send them the. I'll send you the three
Okay.
episodes of the yeah. I'll send you the 3 episodes of the podcast that I did, part one, part two, and part three, and
Yeah.
what I ended up doing, and what I'm doing currently. That's why I want to do a part four, what I'm currently doing, and the update.
Yeah, you definitely need to do an update episode.
Wrestling with diabetes, part four. Um, and I call it wrestling with diabetes because I'm a big wrestling fan. And the reason I called it that is because at the time the podcast was wrestling based, and it was like, okay, I'm fighting diabetes, so I'm gonna just call it wrestling with diabetes. And they were good episodes. People enjoyed them. People enjoyed listening to them. Like I brought awareness to diabetes and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
because
type two.
a lot of people probably could relate to what you're saying and relate to,
Yeah.
to what you went through
For sure.
and how you overcame it or you're overcoming it.
Yes. I love how this is supposed to be a horror episode. We ended up talking
You're
about
gonna have a lot of editing.
horror. No, I'm gonna keep this in. I'm gonna keep
Well,
this in.
no, I
But
mean some of the other stuff.
some of the other stuff is fine. But at least it's longer, so we're good. Don't let me find out you're eating candy.
You better
Oh
hide your
shit!
snack.
Pow pow. No, I can't hide my snack. All right, this is what I eat: cauliflower chips. Can we see the highlight? Can we see highlights? What do you mean?
Oh, look at that. You're already gonna be taking off the Superman costume.
No, I'm good. I'm just hot. I'm getting put on blast already. But like, hey, he's in the sauna. I am. I'm just gonna take this off.
I told you. Oh, it's not a one piece, it's a hoodie?
Yeah, it's a hoodie.
Oh, I thought it was like your Flash. No?
No, that one was
Your one piece?
one piece,
Your
freaking one
onesie?
hoodie, one piece hoodie with the mask on. Where's the ones at? Oh, okay. All right. All right. You ready to talk about horror?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, I love how they wait until the final week of October to announce horror movies and horror news. The days of horror highlights. So here we go. It is the 31 days of horror highlight. So first of all, Nev Campbell will be back for Scream 7. I love that.
I love that.
I love that. Campbell once again starred as Sidney Prescott in Scream 7, which earlier this month was confirmed for a February 27, 2026 release date. It will be directed by the franchise creator Kevin Williamson. In late September, Courtney Cox, who's the only actor in the franchise to appear in all 6 released films, confirmed that she hasn't officially signed on for the 7th film. They're writing all the time. It's not like I don't know what's going on. It's funny how that was the basis of Scream 3. Rewriting.
Writing, yep.
Yes. In April, Melissa Barrera opened up about feeling lonely and scared about the dismissal, but previously said she is at peace with how things transpired. Following her removal from the project, co-lead Jenna Ortega also announced she would not be returning for Scream 7 due to her scheduling commitment. Um, and on that note, as soon as Neve Campbell the news about Neve Campbell was brought out that she was going to come back as Sidney Prescott, here comes Gen Z. Nobody wanted this. Like all over Twitter, nobody wanted this. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to watch it. Well, newbies, doesn't matter because us old heads are still going to watch it.
Yeah, that's right.
We started with Neve Campbell. We're going to end
with Neve Campbell. Yep.
And it's just like Laurie Strode. We started with the original Queen. We're going to end with the original Queen.
That's right.
And to me, Scream 5 and 6 felt like Halloween 3.
I love Jenna Ortega though. Don't get me wrong. I love her, but I didn't. I don't want to say I disliked her. I mean, I was excited. I was really excited when she was, but I don't know. It wasn't the same. They had a lot of, because I rewatched them all, which we can talk about later, and they had a lot of actors and actresses that I actually love in Scream 5. I was like, wow, I forgot. I mean, they were cameos, but I was like, wow, there's just like so many, but it just didn't feel the same.
Who is Jenna?
Wednesday Addams.
Yeah. Have you seen Wednesday Addams?
Beetlejuice 2.
The tiny girl.
She's in a lot of stuff now.
Yeah.
Dark hair.
Tiny. We were supposed to believe that she could survive a scary Scream, apparently.
Right.
Like, okay. She was on Pearl? Okay. Not yet. Like, I heard so much about Pearl and Maxine, but I haven't seen it yet.
I have not seen it.
Like, we watched a bunch of crazy stuff in a month.
Oh my gosh, we have watched so much horror. I'm ready to move on.
Yeah, sorry. I'm like ready to like watch puppies and cute little doggies and everything.
Puppies and kittens for me.
Puppies and kittens. But yeah, I love how I'm totally gonna watch it. Like I don't care what they say. Like we're gonna protest. Okay, go do that. Just because you want to cancel a movie because your favorite's not in there, just leave it alone. And Kevin Williamson's back, so I believe, like, I trust in that. Like, fine, Jenna Ortega. We lose Jenna Ortega and we lose Melissa Barrera, but we also lose the whole Billy Loomis is a ghost storyline.
Right.
But we gain Neve Campbell and, Kevin Williamson and maybe Stu. We finally get that theory that Stu was alive the entire time.
Yeah, but we don't get 2 of my favorites back. So.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Like,
okay.
Yeah, okay. I mean.
Oh my goodness.
Like the last two on there is Courtney Cox and Neve Campbell. So I'm just like.
Wait, now is Courtney Cox coming back?
If she does come back, like she would be the remaining.
It'd be the 2 original.
Two original actresses in there. But if she doesn't, it's just Sydney, and it's like, all right, what are we gonna do with it?
I think bring back Stu. We need Courtney Cox too. Although later on, she's one of my answers to one of these questions we have.
Exactly. Also announced was the Scary Movie reboot at CinemaCon. It has finally come together with the franchise architect reuniting for the first time in 18 years for a new original screenplay. The earlier series of send-up of slashers like Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer, the new Scary Movie will shoot next year for a theatrical release. The Wayans and Rick Alvarez are writing and producing the movie. The Wayans are finally back after not being in the franchise after 3, 4, and 5.
That's
So,
awesome.
you know, and what's funny is that I said it on like a few nights ago. Like it'd be funny if Melissa Barrera or Jenna Ortega ended up saying like, "Hey, I want to be in this movie." Like they have to do they have a chance to do something funny. Lo and behold, I checked Twitter and Melissa Barrera is interested in playing in the Scary Movie 6. I'm just like, see, there it is.
That's crazy.
It's like if I can't be on Scream 7, let me be on Scary Movie.
Right.
Like I love that they're bringing that back, and hopefully they bring back Anna Faris as well. Even though, like, oh my god,
Even though she's annoying.
she's annoying, but at the same time, like, all right, yeah,
She's funny, but she's
I
annoying.
get.
I love her as an actress, but she bothered me in those movies.
Exactly.
She played the part very well.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Oh no, here, take my good hand.
Oh my god. Oh no, I can't even think about that part.
Hey, yeah, I know, right? Um, all right, so that's all the
News?
horror news stuff that I was
Mhm.
able to get. I know there was more. They're more like what? Um, horror movie trailers in the past month than there was the entire year. But, you know, like I think we already talked about them. Oh, it's not even related to horror, but there was a reboot of Cruel Intentions that I saw,
I saw that as well.
and I'm like,
I don't know how I feel about that. I love Cruel Intentions, the first one.
yes.
So the second one, eh. The first one I loved.
I mean, and then I'm just like, why reboot it if you just the past sequels 2, 3, and 4, whatever they were prequels.
Right.
Why reboot it
There's
now?
no point. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
And what's funny is that Sean Patrick Thomas is in it as he like I hope he's in the same role as his in the first movie, but he's in this movie and I'm just like, oh, so you're just gonna bank on it? Okay, cool. Hopefully, the original queen herself, Sarah Michelle Gellar, shows up.
You think that would happen?
I hope it does. Just like out of the blue, she just so like, oh, Catherine. I was like, huh? They
Well, then you might as well bring her husband on as well.
okay.
Why couldn't he be in there?
He's such a clean cut person. He wouldn't. Maybe the other guy, I forgot his name. Ryan Felipe. Maybe him.
And hello, that can't happen. He is not alive.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah, I
You
forgot.
just made me sad.
Reese
You just made
Witherspoon.
me really sad, sir.
Ryan Felipe is alive. The character that he portrays in the movie, Sebastian.
Well, yes,
Is
I'm
dead.
sorry. That's what I meant. Sebastian, yes.
That's
yes,
that what she meant. He's
Yes.
not alive.
yes. I
Catherine
know.
and Sebastian. Yes.
Well, you've got Reese Witherspoon as well.
Yeah. Reese
He's alive.
and I think who was I don't know who was the other one.
I would watch it if Reese was on there and Sarah Michelle Gellar. Like if they did something interesting with those characters. I didn't kind of cry. I cried.
I kind of cried.
Dave,
Liam,
it's a trailer.
Watch It If You Can podcast. Join us for each episode as we create box sets of our favourite films and TV shows.
We go through the cast to see what else they've been in, along with any recommendations.
We pick our favourite characters, performances, moments and highlights from the soundtrack too.
We ask if there's anything to make it better and look at the lasting legacy of our pick.
We have a little fun with our quickfire round, and finally, what else would you like list based on themes from the episode?
Maybe, just maybe, you should watch it if you can.
What if they've already seen it?
Well, you can watch it again if you can.
Hey, it's Evo. We're going to get back to the episode you're listening to, but first, let me tell you about Dark Fate Creations. Dark Fate Creations are candles that are vibrant, colorful, marble tops, amazing, mouth-watering fragrances, fueled by lovely braided cotton wicks. Paper threads woven into every cotton wick for a clean, romantic, slow, and consistent burn. Each candle is unique from the next as they are hand-mixed and hand-poured right in Grass Valley, California. They use only coconut and soy waxes for a safer, cleaner, and longer burn time. That's almost 72 hours. That's like binging on all 130 episodes of the podcast. All fragrance blends have been heavily researched. Dark Fate Creations not only care about the look, fragrance, and quality of their candles and their other products, but also the effects they have in their customers' homes. So go to darkfatecreations.com. The link will be in the show notes. All right. Past few weeks we've been talking about, we had a theme for 31 Days of Horror. Last week's was Blumhouse. This week we decided to do cult classic. Unfortunately, we decided to do cult classics because
Unfortunately.
But at the same time, like, you know, it gave us a chance to like watch movies that we've never watched before.
Explore our cult classic whatever.
And these are movies that, you know, they didn't do well in the box office. They didn't do well at the theaters. But at the same time, they had a little bit of a following, of a cult-like following.
Right. They have they didn't do well in the theaters when it came out, but they have the whole, now, yeah, you've got your group of whatever that love them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why. Some of them, I'll say some of them, I'm not sure why they would have a following, but yeah.
So I had to look up cult classic horror movies and like, all right, that I haven't seen. All right, so like obviously the Evil Dead is there. I get it. I've seen it like so many times. 1, 2, and then Army of Darkness is crazy. Ash is the best thing ever in that series. Ash versus Evil Dead, of course, the TV show is amazing. And it's the reason why Ash versus Evil Dead came along, because like there was a following for those movies. There were other movies that were like, oh, hey, I know this one. But at the same time, like, all right, let me not go watch these movies again. Let me watch something new I've never seen before. So, unfortunately,
well, I'm just gonna say I'm really proud of you because I did not.
Wow.
I only watched a couple, but I haven't seen the couple in like ages. So it's almost like I'm watching it for the first time. Like, because it has been like 20 something more years. So I honestly did not watch a new cult classic. I really tried. I did. I tried so hard. I even started a few and I'm like, got 10 minutes into it and I can't do it. And I turned it off. I'm sorry. I failed. I failed you on this one. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. For those of you in the chat who want to participate, let me know about your cult classic. What are your favorite cult classics? Funny Bone, which one's your cult classic? Because I know you missed out on some of the stuff. 31 Days of Horror. So while we're here, I'm gonna ask a few of those questions. So let me know yours.
Absolutely.
Like, and I'll read off. So here goes. Oh, she just joined. So she just rejoined.
No,
so welcome back, buddy. I hope you heard all of that.
Well, you can always repeat it. Anybody that's in the
And
chat joining us, drop your favorites, cult classic movies, and we will shout them out here on the podcast, on the episode here.
okay, so first one that I watched, it was on Sunday. Because I couldn't do it on Saturday. I just needed to give myself a break after doing the Friday,
I laugh because, yeah, I understand.
doing Friday, and then the editing the episode on Saturday, and then posting it on Saturday, and then like, all right, I need a break from Saturday, and then Sunday. Sorry. Slumber Party Massacre. From 1982, an 18-year-old high school girl is left at home by her parents, and she decides to have a slumber party. There is friction between some of the invited guests and the new girl, who is better at basketball than they. So the new girl decides to stay at home, which is conveniently across the street from the house. Meanwhile, a of 5 people with a propensity for power tools has escaped and is at large, and eventually makes his way to the party, where the guests begin experiencing a nutrition problem with only the new girl to help them.
I can't wait to hear your review on this.
Directed by Amy Holden Jones. Let me just say that a power drill as a weapon.
I've heard this analogy, so I know where it stems from. Slumber Party Massacre.
And that wasn't just like a normal power tool, like a power drill. It was like, this thing was heavy.
Massive one?
Of
Okay.
the massive ones that they use in construction sites, where it's just, and this dude just like, and he's all like, oh, and I'm like, these girls can't run fast enough? What?
Of course
What
not.
are you doing? They're tripping, they're falling, of course, they're nude.
Are they running upstairs instead of outside?
Yes,
Of course.
of course. Of course, I'm saying, hey, look behind you. Of course, I'm saying, like, no, don't do that. Don't, no. And it happened, and I'm just like, why? Why?
Why are you watching this?
It's like, okay, why am I watching this? For, obviously for the podcast. Did it for the podcast.
That's the whole reason.
That's the whole reason.
Whole reason.
No, I did not stop there. I did not stop there. Movie number 2, Slumber Party Massacre 2. I went all in. The musical, by the way, the one we talked about a few weeks ago about musical movies. And here's Slumber Party Massacre 2, 1987, directed and written by Deborah Brock.
Wait. So it falls into a musical?
It falls into a musical. There was music in it. There were people
My god.
singing and stuff.
Oh my god. That
It
just gives me PTSD from Killer Rack. Thanks.
Wow, Killer Rack again.
I have to say it again. If anybody wasn't here last week, Killer Rack, you've got to watch it. If you like, I think that's a cult. I don't know if that's a cult classic. It's definitely a B horror film, and it's a horror comedy musical. So yeah,
That's not a B movie, ma'am. That was
it's not.
an F. That was the last Z. That was the last
That's an F.
alphabet in there.
God.
Dude. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. That movie was like, made me want to just like, no, I can't.
Wait
Like,
a minute. What are you talking about, sir? You didn't even you watched 5 minutes of it.
I went
You
15,
didn't
20. Like, as soon as I saw Lloyd Kaufman, I said
You get
no.
to the okay, but did you this Jay and Silent Bob Wish version? Did you see them that I talked about?
Oh my god.
So you know who I'm talking about.
Catcalling the girls, yeah.
Yes, yeah, Jay and Silent Bob Wish version, yes. And did you get to the song? It was 24 minutes in.
And I got to the song,
And you didn't sing along to the song?
I didn't want to. I done with it. Why is this?
I got through the whole thing. It was horrible.
It's like,
I wanted to know what happened.
killer rack. At least show me the rack. Like
They
this is false.
did.
This is
They,
false advertisement.
no, they showed the killer rack. You didn't get far enough into the
I
movie for it.
didn't want to. Like,
Yeah, you said you only
oh
got with the hand, right? Pretty much.
yeah. As soon as he reached in there and like
Yeah.
grabbed stuff, and then his hand disappeared, I'm like, so this is like teeth? What?
Yes. Yeah. Pretty much. It's like teeth for the upper body.
Teeth for the upper body? Oh god. Okay, let me go back here real quick.
Funny Bone answered.
Funny Bone. Funny Bone said
And
Evil Dead is one. Yes. MP Black Coat. Fear Street. Um, I loved all three movies of Fear Street. Yes.
me
One and
too.
two, the best soundtracks ever. I love the Joker, and the last one broke me. I understand. I heard. I saw New Rockstar's review of it, and I was just like, oh, okay, I'm not watching it.
The soundtrack was amazing on Fear Street. Yes, I love the soundtrack too. I know we talked about it already. We touched on this before, but it was brought up again here. So
When he danced with the girl, so you mean Harley, or are we not counting her as Harley? Because I don't want to count her as Harley. I hate it. I hated the first Joker. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna say it right away. It's like it wasn't for me. I didn't like it. And the second one is just like, oh, okay. As much as I love musicals, I'm like, nah, all right. But I'll hear about it. I'll see what happened. All right. So the second movie was Slumber Party Massacre 2, 1987, directed and written by Deborah Brock. Courtney, the younger sister of the new girl across the street in the first film, is all grown up now, but suffers from nightmares about the Big Wet incident. They called it the Big Wet incident.
excuse me. Did you just big wet
Yes,
incident?
yes.
Wet
I'm like,
WET.
I don't know why they call it the Big Wet incident.
That's I don't want to know.
Okay. She and the other members of her female rock group, and this is why it's a musical,
Oh.
go to a condo for the weekend to play music and have fun with their boyfriends. Courtney's dreams are of her sister, who is in a mental institution, warning her of having uh, sex, and the dreams begin to spill into real life, threatening Courtney and her friends as they begin experiencing a nutrition problem. The Not only do we get the drill back, we get a guitar. A
Okay,
guitar,
you
which
sold me. I think I'm gonna watch Slumber Party 2 and 3 tomorrow, maybe.
the
Or what?
guitar, the
Guitar?
big thing, and then the tip is the drill. So
What?
not only is he like playing the guitar, electric guitar, there's the drill tip, and he's destroying people like that, and it's in her dreams, and I'm like, really? We're doing nightmares now on Elm Street style stuff? Okay. um, and the reason these work is because at the time, the gruesome stuff, yeah, they're fine. They're okay.
I was gonna say, is it gory, gruesome?
It's 80s gruesome,
Oh, so not really. Okay.
like rubber hands and
Oh, okay. I can handle that stuff.
like rubber face.
Oh
Hold
God.
on.
Okay.
The mannequin heads are like exploding. Like, oh, like what is that? And the horrible acting between the people, and copy and paste from part one. Like, let's do what we did in part one and have these girls take off their clothes and have the two main guys peep in and like later on and say like, I saw you, huh? Like, oh god, really? Uh, it was it was an okay movie.
It was an okay movie.
It was an okay movie, but at the same
Well,
time, like,
I'm just
why do you guys
curious.
like this so much?
I'm curious. I'm gonna try it. I don't know how far I'll get into it, but we'll try. Maybe I can get farther than you did with Killer Rack. We'll see.
Probably. Movie number 3. Oh, I had like after watching the first one, I had to like you sold me on the idea of watching this number 2 and number 3. So I said like let's see what this is about. Sleepaway Camp 2 Unhappy Campers.
Now I'm just gonna have that song in my head. As soon
What
as you
song?
said unhappy, the song they sing. I'm not gonna sing it, sir, but the song they sing in that movie.
From 1988, directed by Michael A. Sampson. Um, Angela Baker from the first movie has undergone years of therapy, electroshock, and sexual reassignment surgeries, and finally landed herself a job in the last place she should be working, Camp Rolling Hills. She has an old-fashioned approach to how camp should be, and an ultimately deadly way of making sure that those who don't follow her rules don't get to come back next summer. Ooh, I wonder what happened. Um, in this movie, Felissa Rose was asked to return as Angela Baker from the first movie, and she did a reading but didn't quite click with the comedic one-liners that Angela delivered in the sequels. She was also preparing to attend college at the time, so they gave it to this other girl, Pamela Springsteen.
Yeah, Pamela Springsteen. I was just gonna say, yeah.
Mikey on mute. Yeah, so so like looking at her like, oh god, this is horrible, and it's funny. There,
It's horrible but funny, and you want to know
it's
what happens. Am I right? Right? You want to like, well, it's because yeah, you just want to see what's gonna happen.
every body count scene had something to do with other horror movies. Like she
Hmm.
had Freddy's glove, she had the hockey mask, she had Leatherface and the chainsaw, and that was exactly the poster of it too. Sleepaway Camp 2, the poster had her like facing the like the woods, and like her backpack had all kinds of stuff on there. The the machete and all that, and it's like, oh, and the knife, of course, from Halloween.
Yes, yes.
So, like, so every time that happened, I'm just like, this is ridiculous. This is a ridiculous. No, this is a wow. And like Angela, like I'm like, wow, Angela Baker, new ways to um body count and everything. It's like, Angela Baker's now my new favorite slasher. Like what? I'm serious. She came up with new creative ways
She
to
was
slash
very
people.
creative.
She
Yes,
was
she
very creative.
was
I was like,
very creative.
she's a man, but still, like, hey, here we are. Like, we're doing it as a woman. All right, cool. So Angela Baker, you are now my new favorite slasher. Um, Film from 20th September 1987 until 9th October 1987, back to back with a sequel, Sleepaway Camp 3, Teenage Wasteland, which another song, Baba O'Reilly. Shot from 12 October 1987 until 31 of October 1987. Both were filmed in 6 weeks. According to some cast members and crew members, during production filming, Pamela Springsteen did not tell anyone she was Bruce Springsteen's sister. Several found out about it years later.
I knew
And
that.
I just found this out right now.
Oh, I knew that. Well, but because you just watched the movies. I
Yeah.
watched them like way back, and so I was like, is she related to? Yeah, and so I of course had to
Like
find
what?
out. So I knew that, but I didn't want to say anything unless you knew it. So
Okay.
I should have known
Um.
that you would look this stuff up.
So if Sleepaway Camp 2 made me appreciate Angela Baker's body count, Sleepaway 3 made me like, what? um. Angela is back in the form of an angry inner city camper on the hunt for blood. Camp New Horizons on the recycled grounds of the former intends to pair high-class teens with underclass counterparts. Angela, however, has a different plan. Will it be door number 1, number 2, or number 3? I did the research, yes, sir. Um, Here, like, she just joins up the camp and is like, all right, let's go see what's going on. And then, like, without doing much of number 2, where she's just like a band leader and like camp leader, I mean, and she's singing the song and everything, and like, hey, hey, stay with me here. And like, this one's like, oh, you don't belong here. Like, oh, you're having that? Oh, okay, here. Has a tattoo, check. Does this, check. Has this, check.
Yep. Does anything illegal substance, all that.
So this is where Randy got all his rules of surviving a horror movie.
Right?
If you didn't do any of the stuff that Angela Baker didn't take you out for, then you're good. So Angela Baker, once again, like even like oh my god, what? How can I explain any of these stuff without getting banned?
I know.
Pitching a tent, hitting it on the friggin' dude's
Oh my God.
hand, and then like grabbing a stick and just hitting people with it. Like, huh? um, getting the girl up on the flagpole and then
Oh
letting
yes.
her drop
Oh,
and landing face first. It was like that was the moment where I just said like, "Wow, she has no care in the world."
nope.
And then we finally get to the ending, and it was rough to see this dude had like saved this girl, and then her saying, "I have a boyfriend."
I wasn't expecting that. I was like, wow.
Just wow, okay. Um, Netflix announced we get a new Fear Street in 2025. Okay, cool. Fear Street.
Reanimator. Okay, Andy says Reanimator was one B-rate horror that made her laugh.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I should have watched that one, but like I was like it wasn't part of it in there. Um, Angela, I don't know if if she was gone after that, but like I looked it up for um Sleepaway Camp 4, and there is one.
What?
And yeah, and Pamela Springthing is in it, and I'm just like, how do you still survive, ma'am?
Wait, are you serious? Is it out? Oh,
Yeah, it's out.
sure. I thought it ended with 3. Oh my goodness, I did not know this.
The Survivor. It's called The Survivor. It came out in March 24th, 2025, 2012.
My 12. Wow. What is this streaming on?
It's nowhere.
Oh, that would be why. I have not seen it.
Alison Kramer suffers recurring nightmares, selective amnesia. She returns to camp to discover the truth, and immediately dark memories come to life before her very eyes. Uh, Apparently, she's in the credits. Felicia Roses as archive footage. Other than that, I don't see anybody that I know on here.
I'm gonna have to try to check that out somehow.
And finally, the last movie I watched for what are we? What is it? What are we
Oh,
watching?
classic?
Called Classic, of course. Was See No Evil, directed by Gregory Dark, came out May 19th, 2006. Starring the wrestler Kane, because I need a movie. I need a wrestling movie, a wrestler and a movie. This was a wrestling podcast, so I need a wrestler to be in on this. It was either this or They Live, and I already seen They Live. Let me watch See No Evil.
And you found one.
And I found one. I found one. I found many, so many of them, and they're in last year's episode, as well as 2022. What was that terrible, horrible movie with CM Punk? The House.
How wasn't it? Wasn't it just how? No.
No, It's on Netflix.
Is it?
It's on the CM Punk Netflix movie. Girl on the Third Floor.
Girl on the third floor.
It should be in the garbage. Unfortunately, I watched it for research purposes. And like, oh wow. Yeah. I'm so glad he got to be on Heels though. The TV show Heels. Yeah. So See No Evil, the reason why this is like considered a cult classic is because that um what was it? Mean Girls in Girl World,
Hmm.
girls dress on Halloween.
Yes.
So in Guy World, May 19th means the movie came out, but also at the same time, it's a storyline in the wrestling world where Kane is like hates that memory. Um, Hold on. Let me get a synopsis here. While investigating a call in an abandoned house, Officer Frank Williams and a rookie find a woman brutally blinded, but they are attacked by a huge psychopath with an axe. The rookie is taken out, and Frank shoots the criminal in the head with a severed arm. 4 years later, the mutilated Frank is relocated, working as a guard in the county detention center. Frank goes with some delinquents to the Blackwell Hotel as an abandoned place since a fire burnt the last few floors. With the purpose of cleaning the location, preparing it to work as a shelter for the homeless. In return, the criminals will have their sentence reduced. During the night, one inmate is captured by deranged serial taker Jacob Goodnight, collecting the eyes of his victim. This thing's on Kitty Vic. Obviously, Kane is Glenn Jacobs, mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee, and the reason why he's on here. It was mentioned in some interviews that Glenn Jacobs, Kane's co-stars, were a little uneasy around the 6'7" tall man. Fangoria magazine mentions the director having to ask Kane to remain seated during casting direction since one of the women who only came up to his sternum wouldn't come near him. It was the little girl. It was the tiny little Latina girl. As part of the build-up to the movie's release, WWE created a running gag of Kane attacking anyone who mentioned the date May 19th. In the storyline, Kane explained that it was the date, the year, of course, can never be known, of the fire that turned him into what he is. It was also the release date of the movie. So anytime someone ever mentions, this is why it's a cult classic, because anytime someone says May 19th, we refer that to Kane, the wrestler.
Okay.
But also the fact that the movie See No Evil came out, and it's like, that was a horrible movie. oh yeah. And I think that was it. And then I saw Time Cut on Netflix.
I can't wait to see that.
You can wait a little. You can wait a little longer.
No, really, it's not that good.
You can wait.
Is it not as good as Totally Killer?
It's Totally Killer's better.
Oh.
I said this on Twitter. It is just Totally Killer did it better. The entire aspect of going back in time and saving someone, so much better. So I was pissed off.
Oh,
I was upset. As a nerd, I was upset. Like,
I was so, you know how excited I was as soon as you told me about it, and I was like, "Oh my god, I can't wait to see this."
Physics.
Totally Killer is one of my favorites. So I was like, okay, same aspect. I thought I would like. I'm still gonna watch it, but all right.
Watch it, but have an open mind about it.
Don't get my hopes up.
Don't get your hopes up, and then I know you're gonna ask me, and I'm just gonna tell you. All right.
Yeah, don't tell me anything.
For future references, go back to the Future 2 or 3. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it was just so chaotic, and I'm just like, I hate this so much. The nerd in me just wanted to, like, no. but however, the music, you'll love singing along to it.
So it's got a good soundtrack?
It has a good song. It has a few good songs, a few good soundtracks. Yeah.
Okay.
So you'll love it. You'll love it on that aspect, but at the same time, like, okay.
I won't get my hopes up, but I'm still gonna watch it either tonight or tomorrow. But
all right, yeah. All right, so your turn. You're up. What do you have? What were your cult classics?
Like I said, I wasn't all in like you were this time. Sorry. I watched more than just cult classics, so I'll just let you know the 3 cult classics I did watch.
Okay.
The first one was Last House on the Left. With Sarah Paxton. The
reboot,
the newer one. Yeah, yep, the newer one.
Children of the Corn.
And it's been, like I said, it's been a long time since I've seen these, so it's kind of like watching them for the first time, sort of. But yeah, that's a cult classic, which I was actually like, oh my god, I was surprised that it's a cult classic because I think it's better than a cult classic. But I'm surprised it didn't have a bigger following, I guess. It's I forgot. Yeah, I guess the gore in it's the body count. Yeah. I forgot how bad it was or how creative it was. I mean, and what I liked about it is just the what I like about it is the whole twist on it, being that this group shows up at this house unknowingly that it's the parents of the daughters or the daughter, sorry, and the friend. And that's you're like, oh shit. So I guess that's what I like about the whole story. I know you've seen it. You've seen both or just the
I've seen the first one and then the
Mhm.
second one.
Have you ever seen the original?
Yeah. Like,
Okay, I've never seen the original. I've only seen the newer one. So
oh yeah.
how do they
Like,
compare?
I haven't seen the second one, so
Oh, second one.
No, like I haven't seen the remake of it.
You haven't seen the remake with Sarah Paxton?
No.
Oh, well, that doesn't help. I guess I can't tell you which one's better either then if you haven't seen the.
Right.
I don't know what the original one is, if it's any good. So, the second one I watched was The Gate.
Okay.
Yes, I recommend you should watch that.
Okay.
Kind of sort of gives you sort of Stranger Things vibes because it's kids. Basically what it's about is this teenage girl and her brother and his friend are home alone for the weekend. The parents go away. She's throwing a party. The boys unknowingly open a hole that leads to hell. Yeah, it's pretty good. I forgot. Again, it's been like 30 something years since I've seen this. And Steven Dorff is in it, if you know who he is, as a kid.
Yeah.
And it's a good one. So actually, I thought it was really good for being an older 80s, cult classic. Cult classic. So yeah, I would recommend The Gate actually if you're into cult horror movies. So the cult classic horror movie, should I say? The other one was
Hold on. Mikey on mute said I've opened a few holes like that in my day.
Yeah, I had to say that.
I had to.
Okay.
Okay. Go for it.
The third one I watched, again, it's been years, was Chopping Mall. It's one I told you about that I said you would probably like, and I think you actually watched the trailer and you're like, no. Or I don't know. Chopping Mall. You watched the trailer.
Oh, God.
Yes, I watched that one again. I was that one in Night of the Comet, or the two I told you should watch. But yeah, so Chopping Mall is a cult classic. Stupid, funny horror. Yeah, it's not really funny, I guess, but it's just very 80s. But it's a good one if you, might not want to go to the mall after you watch it, but.
So you're telling me this movie where the robot can be a horror movie, but the one that I asked is like.
Oh my gosh, are you talking about Terminator?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This literally Chopping Mall is a horror movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with you and say Terminator's horror action, I guess, because all right. No, I'll say it after you watch Chopping Mall, and then I'll agree with you. All right, there
fine.
you go.
Danny says, Children of the Corn is one of hers. The band kids coming out of the cornfields get on somewhere.
Yeah. Children of the Corn is creepy. Anything with kids is creepy for horror related, I feel. Like, yeah, definitely. And Stephen King. Stephen King is good. No, Pet Cemetery. Why did you have to bring that up? No Cujo, no Pet Cemetery. I can't do those anymore. I've seen them, but no.
No more. No.
Nope. Disney movies now.
Watch One and Done. She's out. She's done.
Yes, exactly. One and done. I only watched those 3, so like I said, I failed you on that. I watched a lot of horror movies, but those are the 3 cult classics I watched.
That's awesome. Those kids needed an ass whooping. Yes, they did.
Hi everyone, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Dawn.
And if you've ever watched a TV show and thought to yourself, oh my god, that season finale plot twist was absolutely bonkers,
Or seen a movie and thought, wow, I need to talk to somebody about this train wreck immediately.
then we think you'll fit right in with our podcast, I Hate It, Let's Watch It. We watch TV shows like Riverdale and Emily in Paris.
And movies like Deep Water, Killer Sofa, Rubber, and Deadly Illusions. And we give them the total rinsing they deserve.
It's basically group therapy for movie masochists. So come check us out wherever you stream podcasts.
In a world where the spooky and supernatural collide, 2 friends go on an epic journey to the other side. Hi, I'm Rain.
Hi, I'm Luna, and we're the hosts of
Spooky Natural, a podcast where we try to make a skeptic into a believer.
Check us out to hear spooky tales of ghosts,
Alien encounters,
cryptids.
and all other unexplained mysteries.
Follow us on Twitter
Instagram,
and join our Facebook group.
and listen wherever you get your podcasts. Spook you later.
Blank.
All right, that's all our cult classic movies. That's awesome,
Just
and we're
cult
reading them
classic.
off the thing. That's great. Okay, so here comes my M3P community picks. Movies that have to do with holidays. Haunted Dahlia says Krampus. That was supposed to be one of the movies I wanted to watch, but
Me too.
I'm still gonna watch it anyways.
Me too. It's on-
Obviously for Christmas and stuff. So yeah, I'm definitely watching that.
I will
Not for
watch it
Christmas, but
Christmas.
like it has to do with Christmas and Krampus, all that. So yeah. Robbie Doc says, since everyone's going to say Nightmare Before Christmas, I'm going with Gremlins. You know what? Yes.
Yes.
All right, Mike. I'll see you in a few, bud.
I like Gremlins. I do. That's a good one.
Jesse says Krampus was meh. Okay. I still gotta watch it. Gremlins I did enjoy, and it was a Christmas movie.
Hmm Not like Die Hard.
So come on, say it louder. Say it louder.
Not like Die Hard.
Y'all hear that, right? Everybody in listening to this, y'all hear that? She doesn't think Die Hard is.
Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Y'all hear that?
Gremlins is
Okay.
Yeah, more so.
Die
than
Hard. She says that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
It's not a Christmas movie. Okay, we could argue about this for 3 hours, so we might as well just move on now.
You're entitled to your own wrong opinion.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
Just rewatched Gremlins the other day. Reminded me of me.
Oh my goodness.
Which one?
Gizmo? Because Gizmo's cute.
Or the one with the
Mohawk?
mohawk, or the one with the googly eyes? Which one?
Okay, see, we already got one in the chat that says Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. Thank you.
You're all entitled to your own wrong opinion. It's okay.
Okay, let's move on.
Let's move on. Don says definitely Poltergeist.
I'm confused. What holiday was
I don't
Poltergeist? Because I did see that. We're not sure. And she's not in here, so she can't explain. Where is she?
She's not in here. Thanksgiving is her favorite holiday. Okay.
Is I'm gonna have to rewatch that. I'm gonna have to rewatch that.
Angie.mc73 says 31 Days of Night. Again, I don't know what that means. Like
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
I haven't seen it either. Well, I did see it. I just didn't like it. The vampire flick. Half and half 40. Halloween, the original.
Yeah, well, it's Halloween, I guess. So.
It's Halloween. I even said it's like, what's your favorite movie to watch on Halloween besides Halloween? There it is.
Well,
Um,
You just can't mess with Halloween sometimes.
exactly. We had Trash Talker. Who's your favorite Trash Talker? Don says absolutely favorite horror movie character is Freddy Krueger. Dude has swagger.
Absolutely, I agree.
He was more comical than scary, but that's why I love him. Those Nightmare on Elm Street movies are classic.
Absolutely, I agree.
And mine is gonna be what's his face? Forgot his name. Ghostface. Billy
Ghostface?
Loomis. Billy Loomis, actually, or
Oh,
Stu.
Billy
One
Loomis?
from part one. Like the next one's just like, all right, whatever, dude.
Are there any more trash
No,
talkers?
that's it. That's all they had. What about you?
I'd have to say Chucky. Probably
Yeah,
my favorite trash talker, and a tie between Freddy and Ghostface. Yeah, but for sure Chucky.
for sure, Chuck.
And you passed me on my Halloween. You didn't even say your favorite.
I know, right?
What's your favorite
Holiday,
Halloween based on a
holiday,
holiday?
based on a holiday. It's gonna be
Don't
Valentine's
say
Day.
Die Hard. Okay.
No, I'm not. It's gonna
Okay.
be Valentine's Day Massacre, the one with Jensen Ackles.
Oh,
Just
I don't think I've seen. I gotta, I gotta see if I've seen that. I feel like I have, but mine is Valentine with David Boreanaz,
yes.
and Marley Shelton and Katherine Heigl and Denise Richards and Jessica Capshaw. And by the way, Jessica Capshaw and Katherine Heigl, who are both in Valentine, I love that movie. They're both on, or they both were on Grey's Anatomy. If there's any Grey's Anatomy fans out there, but yeah,
Like I don't remember who's in it.
I just named everybody that was.
I don't remember it.
You
I
haven't
just
seen
know
it.
that Jensen
You
Ackles
said
was in
no.
it.
Oh no, I mean Valentine.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Different from yours.
Oh
Different from
yeah. Rebecca Gayheart, wasn't she in it?
And yours?
Yours.
Who? Rebecca? No. No.
Noxema girl. Noxema girl.
No, I know who she is. I love her. She's on 90210, and I was sad when they offed her on that. But no. And she was also on Urban Legend, which I also watched this week. No, she's not. She's not in it. She's not in not in mine. No. Nope.
Okay.
Not that I can remember now.
And finally, what movie do you watch on Halloween? Infamous L Cage 44 says the obvious Hocus Pocus. And nobody answered. Like I think they even were done. Nobody answered. What movies do you guys watch on Halloween?
Yeah, chat, tell us.
That's not Halloween.
That's not Halloween. See, and I'm gonna say, don't come at me, but Halloween, the original, not Rob Zombie. I love the Rob Zombies, but I don't watch them on Halloween. But every Halloween, I have to watch the first original Halloween, and then Hocus Pocus and Trick or Treat. Always have to watch Trick or Treat, and I have to watch that first, and then I have to watch Hocus Pocus after because otherwise I'll have nightmares. So.
Right. Jesse says Hocus Pocus in Halloween Town. Crystal says same Hocus Pocus in Halloween Town.
What's yours?
Trick or Treat in Halloween. Oh, not Halloween. Hocus Pocus, for sure.
Trick or Treat and Hocus Pocus. Oh, look at that. Yep. So
it has to be one of them.
That's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I know you asked earlier. I will be watching. I got popcorn, and I'm going to be watching movies, scary ones, handing out candy, of course. But yeah.
Elm Street, Jason, Nightmare on Elm Street. Andy says Nightmare on Elm Street, and Friday the 13th, Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Danny says Nightmare Before Christmas, and yeah, those.
Funny Bones said The Conjuring.
The Conjuring. Jesse says Phantom of Paradise and Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That's a good one. It's been a long time since I've seen that one. I like that one. If you're not afraid of clowns, that's a good one.
Funny Bell says Annabelle. Okay.
I haven't seen that.
Is that what we're doing?
I'm gonna add Abigail, I think, because I do want to see that this year. Because you said that was good.
Mr. Handsome says Basic Instinct. Yeah, I get it. Especially when Sharon Stone crosses her legs. I get it, bud.
Basic Instinct. Wow.
Silent Place.
Oh my goodness.
Did that scare you as a kid, Aaron? Like, Sharon Stone crossing her legs and uncrossing them, and then like, whoa. Puppet Master, Andy. Yes, definitely Puppet Master. I love Puppet Master. All 5 of them. Something about a chick with a knife figure can be scary. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's true. That's true.
Silver Bullet by Funny Bone.
Oh, I love Silver Bullet. That's a good one. That's my favorite. That would be my Werewolf and Stephen King.
Basic Instinct does not count.
No, it doesn't count.
We're just, humoring him, I guess. It's a thriller mystery.
I was waiting for him, honestly, to say Showgirls.
Yeah, he was going to do that, didn't he? What's your favorite scary movie? Showgirls.
Showgirls.
Funny Bone says House of a Thousand Corpses.
I haven't seen that, but my friend, one of my best friends, that's one of her favorite movies.
And finally, the last question for 31 Days of Horror is, what is your Showgirls is scary? What is your Halloween tradition?
No, you missed one. You
What?
missed one.
What?
You missed the favorite characters and most annoying, sir.
I didn't get anybody from there. Did you?
Well, that was not my job. That was yours.
No. Nobody was there. Nobody did. Nobody posted anything.
Well, but we can still ask it. What's yours?
What's your favorite? Who's your favorite character in a horror movie, and who's your least?
Most annoying. So most annoying character in a horror movie, and who is your favorite character in a horror movie? What are yours?
Hannah Faris.
For most annoying?
Yes.
But that's not a horror movie. That's like a spoof.
It's still
Oh.
category. It's still a category. Like it was a slasher.
Okay.
Either way, we had the Ring Girl. Robert Englund. Favorite character. Yes.
Yes, that's
Mine is Jason, obviously.
And you said your most annoying is Anna Faris. Okay, I gotcha.
Anna Faris.
Mine is Gail Weathers from Scream. Most annoying.
And I'm still behind on the handsome scale. Steve Bro, you're the Prince Charming. I'm Wacko Step Bro. That's not what. I'm done. That's not what the blondettes say.
Distracted.
Mr. Handsome over there with the blondettes all over his page. Who is it? Esther, Jackie, Lisa Michelle. Robert Englund favorite. I'm kidding. I gotta edit that part out. Anyway, yeah, everybody's still answering. Robert Englund favorite.
Robert Englund is awesome.
Jesse says mine is Erin with Basic Instinct. I agree. I've never agreed with her on anything until now.
What was the question before I interrupted you?
I don't know. But I'm looking at this
The 31 Days of
at
Horror.
this content creator called Life of One Man, Two Dogs. I'm done. Anyway, what are we doing?
Last question.
Last question. What is your Halloween tradition? And I assume that, is passing out candy and that's it, And
I loved that. I called you out on that.
you did.
I did.
Cindy Campbell. Yeah, that's Anna Faris. So you did call me out on it and I was just like sad. I was like, all right, like go for it. So you had your own little thing video and people responded. Canadian Queen Crystal says, I dress up, hand out candy until about 9 p.m. Then I pop some popcorn and watch Hocus Pocus 1 and 2.
Yes.
Honey says not a dang thing because Halloween's all year long at my house. There you go. Love that answer. Thank you, honey. Flocks and Locks says horror movies and candy. Then turn off my lights so I can eat all of my candy. Abby, this year is going to be different. My brother would come over and go trick or treating with the littles. The adults would have fun handing out candy. The whole family comes. The night before we do the pumpkins. The night before, that way we are freshly carved. They are freshly carved. We always make frozen pizza before we head out on Halloween night. I guess it's just the easiest. Andy says Sam Hain from October 31st, November 1st. I probably said it wrong. I apologize. Andy, don't shoot me. Don't shoot me, please. So mine, pagan follow the old tradition. Costumes are to scare off the evil spirits. Pumpkin, apples, and corn are used.
I love that. I loved her. I loved seeing that answer. I thought that was interesting, actually.
Swanny Bone says watching horror movies, giving out candy, then out to Halloween party. Ooh, there it is. Eminem says we all dress up and have a Halloween candy hunt around the house before we actually start trick or treating. So basically,
So it's like an Easter egg hunt.
There it is.
Candy, I love it.
Easter.
I never know that. That's cool.
Micro says we buy a bag of candy and binge the newest horror shows. No costumes, no trick or treat. Okay. Kathy says my two oldest granddaughters come over and help me make Halloween goodies. Then on Halloween, my kids come up with all 7 of my grandchildren. They invite their friends with their children. So everybody gathers at my house, eats yummy food, and then trick or treat in my neighborhood. It's usually a very fun night.
Oh, awesome.
Hey, Kat, what do you do? What's your Halloween tradition? Bent Not Broken says, I take my kids to a fall festival we have here. After we listen to Halloween music and have a little Halloween party. After they go to bed, I spend the rest of the night watching horror movies.
I was just going to say a fall festival would be really cool. Go ahead, sorry.
They are 10 and 11, don't want to watch anything scary. When my daughter lived at home, we stay up all night watching scary movies together. Kat says carving pumpkins. Yay!
Yes, carving pumpkins.
Sky the Panther says horror movies and horror TikTok cosplays.
All right.
Don says carving pumpkins, decorating the front porch with adorable but sad spiders that my adult men made when they were little. I don't have the heart to toss them. I make pumpkin soup and we pass out candy and watch the Super World Series. Duh!
I love it. That's my bestie.
Spooky says, so my teenagers are going off and doing their own thing. Hub is working and me and the littles will watch old Disney Halloween movies.
Oh, I like that.
Funny Bone, who's in the chat anyways, watching horror movies, carving pumpkins, and of course handing out candy, then Halloween party. I think she said that already.
Yes.
Rogue as Dannykins. Danny, definitely has been a blast with you two.
Aww.
Okay. I love that. Like, wasn't expecting that. Costume with Halloween parties, but not this year. I'll be at home. Jesse says, my kiddos and I go to the local graveyard and jump scare people.
Oh my goodness. I mean, aren't they already okay, I'm not even going to go there.
Oh, God.
Not going to go there.
Lisa says, I dress up for work and give my customers something to talk about.
I love it.
Jackie Ann says, why am I just finding out now? I'm sorry.
Where is she?
Stop the hate, 486. That's A will be missed. Yes, it will.
Yes. We love Halloween.
Leanna, not even here. We
Nope.
trunk or treat a couple of times before Halloween. Then on Halloween night, I do a little Halloween party, just us with candy and pizza and pumpkin painting. Brooklyn loves it.
Oh, I love it.
Her daughter, Brooklyn loves it. Love that. Spicy Cajun Queen says, normally my family, friends, and I go to a Halloween party at a local bar and have a costume contest. The winner gets a nice bar tab and cash money. So fun. Love y'all.
Fun.
Paula Yeager, also known as Jaeger Bomb. Watch lots of scary movies. And that's it. Randy, what do you do?
Well, first of all, I'm going to say not one answer I mean, I was expecting, I can't believe that there was two answers I was waiting for. Nobody said haunted house, and nobody said haunted corn maze, and nobody said hay rides. Like, what? I can't believe that nobody said that. I was waiting for those. I'm like, where's the people with the, like, going on the hay rides or going to a haunted house or going to a haunted corn maze? Which, by the way, I've never done a haunted corn maze, and it's on my bucket list. I want to do that.
Not in this pandemic era, ma'am.
Excuse me? Wait,
Not
what?
in this era. Not in this pandemic era.
Why?
Not in this. I still don't want to. I
Okay.
still don't want to go out there and do that stuff.
I haven't. That's what I'm saying. I haven't. It's on
I
my
haven't
bucket.
done it either.
I'd like to. I want to. Yes, that's what a bucket list is for, sir.
We go to the source. Can't the stroke. Andy can't do it.
What was the question? Oh, mine is boring. I basically says what everyone else does. I watch horror movies. Usually I work, but I happen to be off tomorrow, so I'm going to enjoy my day off, and I'm going to watch horror movies, pass out candy, and yeah, that's about it. I light all my candles, and I have it dark, and that's when I'll be watching the family horror movies at night after I've watched my scary ones during the day. So
spooky.
Haunted Ride. I remember that, Danny. That was so awesome. I loved those videos.
Was cool.
Yes, she did a bunch of videos. If that's the one I'm thinking of, and it was really cool. Really cool. I do also like going around as well and looking at the decorated houses. Around in our area, a lot of people go all out with lights and Halloween decorations, and I love seeing those too. So, what do you do?
Pass out.
Wait, we know pass out candy.
Watch horror movies.
Isn't that what we do? Is just pass out candy, as he stated before. Just
and
kidding.
This year, I'm giving out glow sticks.
You are super excited about that. You've been talking about that for days.
I have. Like, look at this glow stick. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you say my life is complete?
I was waiting for that. Did you go get more glow sticks?
No, they were sold out. I went to go get candy. Obviously, I went to go get candy at the last minute. And, like, I bought 2 bags this time. Last year, I bought 3 bags. It snowed. And this is the reason why I messed up on the whole A1C.
Oh, you're like, oh, look at this. We can't let this candy go to waste.
Yeah. It's like a whole 3 months of doing that. This year, like, bought 2 bags instead, 2 small bags, just in case something bad happened. If I still have more, okay, fine. You know what? Here. But I'm giving out glow sticks. I'm just, like, putting a thing around the hole on the glow stick and just, like, breaking it for the little kid. And for the older kids, like, here, go around with this on and be safe, please. But the thing that I don't want them to do is put this thing in their mouth, and I know they're going to because Gen Z.
That's why you don't give them to the little kids that don't listen.
Sorry, Gen Z. Funny Bone says, when I was little, we used to sit on the back of my dad's pickup truck to go trick-or-treating. Oh, that's awesome. I give out candy and scare the kids. Life lesson. Hey, this is a life lesson. It's a teachable moment. Don't go to Jesse's house. Jump scares.
Wow.
Moment. Oh, goodness. Boom.
You're funny.
You didn't do your joke of the night, man.
I've got joke of the night, and I was going to ask you, you don't like my jokes. Did you watch any other movies besides those awesome cult classics?
No. Wait.
You didn't watch anything else?
I think I did. Hold on. Let me double check. I did. Okay, Sleepaway Camp, blah, 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 although we're done. Ginger Snapped and Halloween Ends. Them. Did I say that? Did I talk? That was Blumhouse Week. And then Halloween Ends. Yeah, no, that's it. We're done. I'm done.
Was it?
And Time Cut. And that was it.
I watched Old. Have you seen Old? That was
M
interesting.
Night?
You have seen it?
No, but M
Oh.
Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, and I'm not crazy about him. I think we've talked about that. The only movie I like, is The Happening. I love that movie. But I gave it a try to try something different. So that was a movie I've never seen before, and it was definitely interesting. So it's basically, this family goes to a resort, and they get to, uh, whatever, they're going like on tour, like not tour, but like the transport from the resort takes them to an beach so they can spend the day at the beach. And when they get there, they realize that they're aging and they have no idea why or what's going on. Yeah, like their kids who are like 4 and 5 or 5 and 6 are all of a sudden, you see them first, they're like all of a sudden 12, 13, like within 24 hours. It's interesting. It's
Isn't
weird.
doesn't one of them get pregnant or something?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
the
hard.
5-year-old. Yeah. Because she grows, yeah, she's with there's a couple, they have a little boy and little girl, and then another couple with them. So it's two families together that go together, and then they have a little girl. Yeah. It's definitely, yeah, it's just called Old. But it's it's interesting, but his movies are interesting. So yeah, you should check it out. It's on Peacock. You can watch it on Peacock. I wanted to watch something that I hadn't watched since I wasn't into the whole cult classic thing. So, but yeah. And then of course I watched all the Screams though. So that made my whole entire weekend awesome. I watched every single Scream. And I love the Screams, and it's been a while since I've seen them. So yeah.
That's good.
Yes. Did you say you wanted to hear my joke?
Yeah.
I have two. Which one would you want to hear?
Let's hear them both.
Okay, ready?
Let's hear them both. Where it's like the episode's almost over. We can end on the high note, right? Right?
Right?
Right?
Why are vampires so easily fooled?
Why?
No guess? Why are vampires so easily fooled?
Why?
They're suckers. Get it? Come on. You're not going to laugh at any of these jokes I've said? All right.
Let's do the second one. Come on.
Wow. Okay. Why are ghosts bad liars?
Okay.
I like the second one. Why are ghosts bad liars?
Why are they bad liars?
Because you can see right through them.
I am so glad this is over.
Wow.
I can't with you. I can't.
I thought they were cute.
Because you can see right through them.
Yeah, they're bad liars because you can see right through them. Speaking of ghosts,
crystal clear, ma'am. Crystal clear.
I did see one other movie that I haven't seen yet on Netflix. It's Girl Haunts Boy. Not a horror movie, but oh my God, I loved it, and I had no clue who was in it from Cobra Kai. I had no clue.
List?
Yes, I didn't even know anything about the movie. It was on my watch list, and I'm like, Girl Haunts Boy, I want to see this. It's Halloween-ish. I put it on, and I'm like, she looks really familiar. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, is that Peyton List? So I had to look it up, and I'm like, oh my God, it's her. So I was like, yes. I like that movie. I thought it was a good movie. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one if anyone, yeah. It kind of sort of reminded me of Julie and the Phantoms.
It did. It had its moment.
Well, because you know what really got me was the music part. That's when it popped. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's like Julie and the Phantoms, because she loves music. She was so into music, and then he also plays guitar. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, this is Julie and the Phantoms, but a movie, sort of.
We love a good musical. Yeah, we do, Mikey. Yeah, we do.
I love it. Yes.
This is Peyton List's second movie where she's a spirit.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah, yes, there's a show. You're talking about the show School Spirits?
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't seen that, but that's also on my list.
like waiting for Cobra Kai to end so she can start being like, hey, I'm
A
here.
ghost.
Not a ghost, not anymore.
I really though did not know she was in that movie. Like, she looks different, but I'm like, that's got to be her. It was the hair.
It was her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I wanted to do one more thing. I don't know. I wanted to do like anybody has some scary stories.
oh, like ghost
'Cause
stories.
we didn't do
We
any
didn't
of
do
that.
that.
Just like yeah, I know. Like I
Oh.
asked, and I wanted to like get people. Even Nicole sent me one, and I think Stabby sent me one too.
I think it was Stabby
And
and Nicole, and I know Kat, our friend Kat, was one that said, "Oh, you need to do ghost stories,"
yeah,
and I
but
know we did not do that.
we didn't end up doing it. Like so maybe I'll I'll do another episode soon with
Like a
those
special bonus episode with ghost
special
stories.
bonus Halloween episode where I just put in those two stories and um here, let me tell you my crazy ass ghost story. And hopefully like do we have time? We have time for that, right?
It's been what, an hour and a half? Not even.
Hold on, let me check.
It's been
It's
an
been
hour
an
and a half.
hour and 49 minutes.
We didn't start recording until like 8:30.
No, yeah,
Okay,
you good.
it's 10. So
So this has happened in 2019 at the beginning around there. I was working at the casino. I was working at the buffet still, and like usually around New Year's Eve and all that stuff, we get all these um we get help from all these people that work in the casino to come and help us with the hosting, with the tables and all that stuff. So there was this old lady there that used to come in there all the time. Like she was around like 70, 75. She was still working at the casino. She loved working there. She was a sweet old lady. Um, so she would do hosting on most of the time, and like some of these people, customers, were rude as hell to her, or it's because like she's an old lady, like she's slow at this. So they were rude, and like she like tell them off and everything. Like even the workers, it's like if you said something behind her or like right, and she was right behind you, she'd be like, click, flick your freaking ear and like don't say that, and like okay, fine. But she was a sweet old lady. She was fine. She was like every time she made us laugh and everything. Um, around New Year's Eve, no, I think it was around Christmas Eve. We get the news that she passed away.
oh,
Everybody's saying, "Oh my God, um, we just saw her a week ago," and like, yeah, no, like we just had this big freaking thing and at the buffet, and she was kind, she was hanging out with us. The next day, she passed away. She went to sleep, never came back. Great way to die, like to pass away, like it's cool. So we all remembered her and everything. On our way out the door, every time we clocked out, and on our way out the door to the security place, they'd have like this memorial for her picture up there, and everybody would just like tap on it and like, oh, thank you, thank you for being awesome. Or, like they'd write messages on it for her, and she was amazing, such a great person. She also like every time just to prank you, if you're wearing an apron, she would come up from behind and untie the apron and just like stand there and act like she didn't do it. And then just like, some of the workers be like, "Hey, did you do it?" Like, no, that was him. That was her. Like blame it on somebody else. And like she did that on purpose and sometimes funny moments. Sometimes if you got on her nerves, she'd do it right there. And finally we just said like, "Hey, she did it." It's like, okay. Um so this is Christmas. She passes away before that. Around New Year's Eve, we all have to like work and all this stuff is busy, of course. And I finally get a moment where I'm at break room, and I'm just chilling, hanging out by the door. Um, not inside, but outside, and on that hallway, there's a camera right over there on top of it. And I'm just chilling, talking to somebody else. I forgot who it was. I'm just talking to one of my coworkers, and suddenly, like, my apron gets untied.
Wow.
And I'm looking around, and I'm like, what the hell? And I look at my coworker in front of me, and she's like, what happened? I was like, did you see anybody behind me? She's like, no. Like, okay. Why? Like, I just felt like someone untied my apron. Like, I know I had it tied, like, real good and everything, and I just, like, felt like, somebody untied it. So I'm just, like, creeping out, freaking out and stuff, and I'm just, like, looked over, and then I look up, and I see the camera right there, and I'm just like, oh, let me go ask my manager, hey, is there a way we can see the cameras and everything? I was like, I know, I was just, without trying to sound like I wasn't doing anything. It's like, if I even said it, like, it's just be like, but I was just like, you know what? I was going on break. I was on break. I was just standing there by the door. Nothing bad. We weren't, you guys were busy. I understand that, but I was still standing by the door, and I was like on break at the time. Like, all right, we'll look at it. So I asked her, like, can I go to security and ask them, like, if I can look at it? I was like, yeah, I'll go with you. Like, all right, cool. So after work, we end up going to security, and they show us the tape. Freaking see me standing there, and they're like, what are you doing standing around on a busy day? And my manager tells him, oh, he was on break. Like, I let him go on break. He's just standing there for a while, for a little bit. I know he was just in there, but at the same time, he's almost working. Like, all right. So they see the moment where my apron gets untied, and they see orbs, and I'm just like, fuck. I'm just like, oh my god, that's freaking awesome. I love it. And that is my ghost story for this awesome night where we're gonna end on Halloween horror, 31 Days of Horror. So yeah,
Wow.
it was her. It's like I felt like it was her, and it was her.
I was just gonna say, so you saw on the camera there was nobody else around.
Nobody else was around. Nobody went by me and everything.
Yeah.
All you see is my apron get untied for no particular reason, and orbs around it.
Wow.
And they're like, that you? It's like, yeah. Well, do you see those over there? Those things? I was like, yeah. Like, oh, they're just orbs, dude. So either you think of it as something, or you don't think of it as something. It's like, I don't know, dude, but do you believe in ghosts? It's like, and I tell them the story about the lady and that she untied her, and he's all like, oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. That's crazy. I'm like, I
That's
know.
crazy. I love it.
And I'm just like, anybody that, like, I feel like anybody that you've had a good connection with will always come back. Case in point, when my dog passed away, a week later, I see a ladybug, and it lands on me, and I get told it's someone from beyond telling me that they miss you. And I'm like, oh my goodness, that's crazy. So yeah, that's my ghost story of the month.
How long did you say it was after she passed? Was it a week?
Like
No.
a few weeks after, like, this is before Christmas and all that stuff.
So it happened though about a couple weeks after she had passed. Okay.
Yeah, like around New Year's Eve, and then 2020, and then we're like, the whole 2020 thing happened, and like, oh shit, okay. But the fun part about it is that I kept telling that story to everybody at the next few nights when I was working there. They're like, no way, no way. I was like, yeah, yeah. And I told them, like, I went to security, and everything. They're
I
like,
was
oh
gonna
my
say
god, she
it's
was a
legit
sweet
on
lady.
camera.
Huh?
I said it's legit on camera.
It
Like,
is, it is. And I just
yeah.
told them, and they're like, she was a sweet old lady. I believe it. I was like, okay, thank you. And I was just like, I thought I was going crazy.
Well, I'm glad you were able to confirm because
Mhm.
yeah, that probably would drive me crazy. Like if I wasn't able to see, like, yeah, see it to believe it, basically. Yeah.
For sure.
Love it.
And I'm sure, like, some of my coworker friends that I remain in contact with still listen to the show. So if I said, like, hey, I talked about the everything about that happened that night on the podcast, I'm sure they're gonna be listening and be like, "Yep, she was a sweet old lady. She did that to me too. Yep."
I love it.
Yeah. So that was it. That was everything. So I love it. We're good. You ready to go? Or
Sure.
do you have a story of your own?
I think I've told the story on your podcast, haven't I, about the graveyard?
The graveyard, yes. Never mind. Yeah, you
Did
did.
I? Did I tell? I think I did. Yeah, and the
You
orbs
have.
around my
Yes.
son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're good. We're done with 31 Days of Horror. We can't wait for next week. We're back to
Our
Cobra Kai stuff.
regular scheduled programming or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah, we will be back to our regular hours. Friday night, and back to talking Cobra Kai. Part 2 of Season 6 premieres later that month. So starting next week, we're back with Season 4. Follow along and join the lives on TikTok at Evolution of the Geek by subscribing or join us and show up to the live stream and hang out with the rest of the M3P community. And I will shout you out like Menace, Brandy, Haunted Dahlia, Stabby Tabby, Mama Cat 1989, Micro, Mikey on Mute, Lorfield, Mike W, L does what she wants, Leanna, Forever Ms. Dawn, Rogue Ass, Danny Kins, Look at Andrea, Little Redhead, Sky the Panther 84, Misty K, Feeling Free, Jessa, KD, Gonjer 1985, Pinky, Pretty Sings, Jesse McTikTok, Vegas Moods, Brooklyn Girl 1380, Carpe Diem, Your is Jeff, Wheezy Breezy, J Dean, Flocks and Locks, Kirsten with the Curls, Ms. Reese's Pieces, Amy McConnell, NP Black Coat, Crimson, Liz R, Laura Field Fam, Home Hope Saint, and over on YouTube, Lone Dog 80, as well as Shenrod. And don't forget to check out skylesscrystalshop.etsy.com, self-healing crystals and free gift with every order. I'll have it in the show notes. Check that out, and thank you for supporting, listening to the podcast, joining the TikTok live, and being a huge part of my third place community. Tell your friends. Join us next time for more behind the scenes stories, movies, and TV show reviews. Put away the Ouija boards. We're done. We're out of here. I'm Evo.
I'm Brandy.
Thank you for stopping by and visiting my third place podcast. Brandy.
Look behind you.
Oh, I'm supposed to tell you that.
I got to say it this time.
Wow. Have a great night, guys. Thank you for stopping in. Good night. Happy Halloween. Be safe.